What's up, guys? It's your boy Sam, and I'm bringing you.
Slow down.
That's the intro right there. Just okay.
Perfection.
Okay, what's up, guys? It's your boy Zayman. Triple told me I had 6 minutes to record this one, so that's why I was speeding.
Time is ticking.
He's getting tired. But anyway, guys, today we're bringing you a video first of many videos breaking down the Halo Infinite flights. And the first video it probably is one of the most critical issues to me, which is the weapon sandbox. Guys, in Halo Infinite, you know, there's a lot of weapons that I think actually play pretty good roles. The battle rifle is probably the king. The commando is weird as hell, but can melt in the right situation. The AR is good. The sidekick's pretty good. The Needler's all right. You know, the Needler's kind of a, if you love it, you love it. If you don't like it, you're never going to like it kind of weapon. So I think the Needler's good. I don't think Triple likes it, but that's because he's never liked it.
I used it once.
Yeah, he never likes Needlers. You know, if you were a little nerd and like broke the game to go use unpublished weapons, and you saw a lot more. But I'm sticking with the PG not the PG-13, but the PG weapons that we got to see, that we were supposed to see. So the sniper, it was weird, but I also liked it. The skewer, okay, let me tell you about the skewer. That thing's junk, but it's fine. There's one weapon though. I'm done listing weapons. There's one weapon that is so fundamentally flawed, it needs a complete rework immediately. It cannot be this way when the game launches. I'm telling you, this is important, guys, because right now, this weapon could be a very key weapon in challenging the dominant battle rifle meta that game's destined to have. It could be the Carbine in previous games. If the Carbine, maybe the Carbine comes out, but maybe it doesn't. The point is, right now, you have one option, basically. Commando or battle rifle. That's typically, there's not typically both. There's typically either the commando or the battle rifle that spawns on every map, at least that we've seen. So you really don't have that many options. There's one weapon that should fill that kind of second role as your other weapon that kind of serves the same purpose as the battle rifle or the commando. And I am, of course, talking about, drum roll, if you can't read the title of this video, I mean, maybe I don't title the video this, but who knows, the pulse rifle. I named it wrong. The pulse carbine. There you go. See, it's so bad I missed the name. So here's the issue with the pulse carbine, guys. I'm going to just make it real simple. The gun cannot work in medium range, okay? If you fight a guy in medium range, he will jump around and the pulse carbine will not be able to track, okay? If you use it in close range, what were you laughing at?
I'm getting so tired.
Oh, okay. He's Triples fall asleep. If we tried so many times during the flights to use the pulse carbine, we were desperate to make it work because we wanted it to work, and I don't think we ever could. It just didn't work. In medium range, the tracking doesn't work, okay? So I saw one video that was like, oh, it's just misunderstood. Just use it in long range. Well, arrogant YouTube video maker who doesn't understand Halo, let me explain why you can't do that, okay? You can't do that because the red dot reticle range on the gun is less than the battle rifle. So you have a gun that only works outside the range of the battle rifle, but the red dot reticle range that would make it work is less than the battle rifle. Explain that, okay? So you say, well, I mean, maybe it works in close range. No, doesn't work in close range. Despite the fact that it's in close range, somehow the weapon projectile speeds are so slow that it doesn't even work in close range. So let's just review this real quick. Close range, doesn't work, projectile speed too slow. Medium range, gets outclassed by the battle rifle because the bullets don't track fast enough. Okay, long range, red dot reticle range is not there, so it doesn't work in long range. So all three uses this gun could have are fundamentally flawed, okay? Now, you might be saying, look, I used it on Bazaar. I was able to get a few quick kills. Here's the point about this. In Bazaar, if you were laning and standing up top, which we'll get to Bazaar in a later video. Let me tell you that. We're going to talk about Bazaar because that map was hot garbage. But that's not for this video. If you were laning, you might be able to pick off a kill or two. Most of the time, before you could kill a guy, he would just pop behind a corner and you couldn't kill him. So you say, okay, what about BTB? Maybe it was better in BTB. It definitely was better in BTB, but it was still extremely underwhelming. And it's still going to get replaced every single time by the commando or the battle rifle. The point is, to keep the game interesting, it is better to have more unique weapons than less. So when you have the commando and the battle rifle as the only two viable weapons, you really run out of unique weapon variation for the sandbox. So, how do you fix this weapon? Well, I'm just gonna be honest. There's two solutions. First of all, scrap the whole damn thing. Just get rid of what they're currently doing. Make it a reskinned storm rifle. Make it an automatic weapon, and just make it do that. Okay? It will fill the role of the plasma rifle. It kind of looks like a storm rifle already. That way, it's automatic. It's a different version of the AR. Maybe it performs differently, and it's no longer a ranged weapon. And you have a different weapon that kind of replace that. That's kind of option number one. Okay? Option number two, which frankly I think is more interesting, is make that the new quote-unquote DMR of the game. If the DMR is not going to be in the game, make it. And now you gotta enter the fourth dimension with me on this one, guys. I'm going high. I'm elevating my game to the freaking Twin Towers. Okay, I'm going all the way up. Make it shoot something that looks and sounds similar to the Needler Warthog in Halo 5. Okay, I'm saying like a thin beam. Okay. But it's like either a slow automatic fire, which is close to the commando, which is why I don't think it should be that, or a slower single shot weapon, okay? It can fill the role that the DMR has historically filled. It can be a little bit different than the DMR, that way 343 can introduce it post-launch, but it can serve a similar role to that of the DMR. That way you can challenge the battle rifle, that way you can fulfill that goal of it being a more long-range weapon that might get outclassed in closer range, but really serves its best function between battle rifle range and sniper range. And it will get picked up a lot more because instead of just being a throwaway weapon, it will provide a viable option in a lot of encounters. So the point is, guys, look, whether or not you agree or disagree with me, I think it'd look cool if it just fired like, I don't know what you would call that. I want it to look and sound like the Needler Warthog in Halo 5. But effectively, it's shooting, this is for the lore, right? Because we have to have a consistent lore. It's shooting a particle similar to like the beam rifle, where it's like a beam. You know, it's not like it's like a plasma beam. It's not like a needle, or it's its own unique weapon within the sandbox. The point, all in all that I'm saying, maybe it gets reworked into like another burst weapon. I don't think that would work because we already have a burst weapon. But the point that I'm saying, as I conclude this video, is that, and I hope 343, get this to 343, make sure they see this video. This is important because this weapon will become useless if it's not fixed before the beta, or before the game launches. Sorry. The point is, the Pulse Carbine is fundamentally flawed. It does not serve a purpose right now. And regardless of what they want to do to it, it needs changing to have any viability in the final sandbox. Right now, it is completely unusable. So that's the point I'm making. Guys, if you had a better idea, or you have a better idea, feel free to comment below. If you agree, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. If you liked it, let me know. I don't think anyone liked it, but if you liked it, let me know. Other than that, this has been your boy Zayman. That is it. I'll catch you later.